Hello, people of the VC. It's Andy Cloudy Mulder. As I mentioned in my last video, I recently got back from a family holiday. Went out to visit my brother and sister-in-law. Well, it's my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, um, and they live just outside Houston, about 40 miles or so northwest of Houston, slightly. Um, Great family holiday. Did lots of stuff. Visited the Johnson Space Center. Completely geeked out of that. It was superb. Um, but I thought it would be cool if I could get to do some digging out there, and I managed to carve out half a day and did a quick Google search of the area where we were staying, and found a record store called Space City Audio in a place called Old Town Spring. Really quaint, quite a historical town by the looks of it. Lots of small wooden houses. Sort of town that was built before town planning professionals, the profession existed. Really nice place. And they had a quite a small, compact record store there, and I got a chance to go and have a look around it, which was cool. So I'm going to show today what I picked up. I picked up 5 albums in total, but I found that my record digging habits change when I go away. I've been lucky enough to go digging in a few places. I've been to the US with work before, and I've always tried to get away and try and find a local record store. But I kind of find that my record digging habits just change. It's almost like I'm so determined to find something, I'll end up just buying something for the sake of it. And I also seem incapable of converting the local currency, US dollars in this case, to UK pounds, even though it's not that hard a conversion. I kind of look at it and go, oh yeah, that's fine, I'll buy that, and not even think that it may be overpriced or a fantastic bargain. I don't seem to follow my gut instinct. When I'm digging in the UK, I tend to look at something and I can and ah, and I can make hard decisions and put things back. And I seem to lose the ability. I don't know if it's the affected by the heat and the sunshine, whether I'm overdosing on high fructose corn syrup products, um, or just I just think it's the thrill of the chase or what have you. But I just seem to lose the sensibilities that I have when I'm digging over here. And often I actually forget to check the condition of the record. So I pick it up, I see the price, and I go and buy it. And when I get home, it's maybe not as I expected, and it's just really weird because I just don't do that when I'm at home. But having said that, as I say, it was great fun when you get to dig in different towns and cities, and when you can do it in different countries as well. It's just a great experience. Now this shop, I'll stick up a picture of it if I can find one. It'll be a stock picture that I can find on the internet because I forgot to take a snap myself, and my phone was actually running low, really low on battery, so I couldn't use Discogs as well to check what I was getting. So it's kind of blind buying, but there we go. But it was a fairly compact shop. It was a record shop, had new and second-hand records in it, but also sold a lot of hi-fi equipment as well. Had a number of bins um, sorted around the shop, and it had a really healthy metal section as well. I spent a good 10-15 minutes perusing through everything, and it had a lot of stuff that I had already. It had a lot of stuff I would have quite liked to have, but I could tell it was really expensive. I think part of the pricing in the place was, it might have been pricey to me because the dollar or the pound is so weak against the dollar currently, and this was the only record shop within miles. They could feel free to charge what they want, and fair play to them. But there was a lot of things in there I just thought it would have been nice to have, but I'd pass on. I could get them at home cheaper. But when I finished going through the metal section, I think it was the owner. He came up to me and he said that they had a ton of stuff in cardboard boxes in one of the other rooms, that because of the recent hurricane, and they'd had a bit of flooding in the shop, and thankfully they hadn't lost any stock. They just lost a bit of carpet that had soaked up a lot of the water damage that occurred after Harvey. Um, but they had a number of cardboard boxes, big boxes that were unsorted and unpriced, and they just hadn't processed yet. They were way behind. So that was good. So I spent probably about another 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes going through all these boxes, and it was literally, hit and miss. There was all different genres in there, all different um, ages of records. But I did find a couple of other things, and he said, if you find anything, they'll price it up. Pricing strategy was, it was dictated by Discogs. Um, I think looking back on it, the prices were obviously, they look at the prices that other people are selling at rather than maybe the price that records have actually sold at in the last 6 months, which I think is a more accurate guide. But their shop, their rules, and I'm going to do that. So I did find some stuff, and I was mostly happy with what I got. So I said I got 5 albums, and I'd probably give myself a 3.5 out of 5 for what I picked up. So what did I pick up? Let me show you. First up, gone all the way to Houston, and I got a UK pressing of the first Saxon record, and a record I already have. But this is, apart from this one smudge down here, which I've not tried to get off, I don't think I will be able to. This is a mint copy, so very much an upgrade on the one I have already. So I've got about 3 copies of this now, but this is an upgrade on the one that I had, so I was happy to pick it up. It was actually fairly decent price, so it's good. Next one up was I actually don't know why I bought this one. I really don't, and especially the price I paid. Looking at it now when I've come home, I may well have broken the world record for the amount anyone ever bought this record for, and it was about $12. And it is in great condition, but it's Quiet Riot QR3. The vinyl itself is minty. It has the inner, which is in excellent condition, with the lyrics and the pictures. And I quite like really early Quiet Riot, but this is not really Quiet Riot. So this is on the Pasha label, so it's a US pressing, 1986. This is Quiet Riot in full pop metal, not even metal, pop rock. Keyboard, drum machine sound. To be honest, it's utter shite. Side 2 is slightly less shitey than side 1, but now I know there's some of you out there that probably do like this one, so obviously this is just my opinion, but I don't think this will necessarily be in my collection long. Whether I choose to VCLT it or someone wants to work out a trade, I'm all ears, but not just not my cup of tea, just not my type of music. I found a couple of Rat albums actually. This one I found in the sorted section. So this is Dancing Under Cover. Well, this is 1986 as well, and I quite like Rat. I didn't like them back in the day, but they are really growing on me now. And there's a little bit of ring wear around this one. I think it was again in hindsight a little overpriced, but it does have the original inners. There we go, inner sleeve, and the record was actually in pretty poor state, I have to say. It really needed to go clean. I've cleaned it by hand. I think I have to stick it in a spin clean, but slightly overpriced, but I enjoy it. It was not really listenable when I first put it on, but after a quick hand clean, it was it plays through, doesn't skip. I like it, so I'll give that one the half. The other one was Rat Out of the Cellar. I'm going to take the shrink off this. It wasn't sealed. Cover is VG probably, even though it's got still got the the shrink on. I just kept it on for now to show that it was originally $5.96 in Walmart. I think it cost me. I think he charged me $4.95. It had no inner with it, so the record was just in the cardboard sleeve. But so what this is? This is an Atlantic. It's 1984, but I really like this. This is a great album. Songs like Round and Round. And that's the only one I actually remember from the titles. It's the first time I've really listened to it this week. But definitely going to listen again. I really quite enjoyed this earlier Rat stuff. Love these pictures. To me, they kind of sound, I forgot the guy's name. They kind of sound a cross between Motley Crue, early Motley Crue, and the singer that was in Fastway, the band, which was, I am looking it up, I can't remember for the life of me. Dave King. That's the bloke. Yeah, Dave King. Yeah, sounds like a cross between Dave King singing with Motley Crue. I don't know, but I like it, and I'm happy with that one. And the last one of the bunch, very happy to actually find this one. Nowhere near my favourite Judas Priest album, but I didn't have a copy of Defenders of the Faith on vinyl. So this is CBS, so this is a US pressing with the Columbia label rather than the UK CBS label. 1984. They had a copy of this. I actually found in the unsorted bin. They did have another copy in the priced up bins, and it was $17.95 dollars. And I was really in two minds about it. It was really more than I wanted to pay, but I quite like the idea of buying a Judas Priest album when I was in the States. The cover was had a lot of edge wear, bit of ring wear. And I found this one in the unsorted bins, picked it up, asked the guy to price it up, and he came back and said I think it was like $15 and ended up charging me just 14 something. So yeah, I was happy to get it for that, especially in this condition. And I've not seen this in any of the record stores I frequent over here, so I was very, very happy to pick this one up. There we go. That's the way we have it. Great experience digging in other countries and other places. I just wish I didn't forget all my my usual tricks of the trade. But there we go. And I didn't find John Bitbob Boom was asking me if I just found ZZ Top. I was expecting every record in Houston to be ZZ Top, but alas, no, I didn't. I'm sure they had some in the shop, but not really my bag, John. But there we go. Funny thing I always thought about ZZ Top was you got the two guys with the big beards, and the drummer who doesn't have a big beard, his surname is Beard, which yeah, anyway, I thought that was funny. Thanks for watching. Next video will probably be another 80s update. I've got quite a big back catalogue I want to get through. I've got a big chunk of Japanese metal albums that I've picked up over the last couple of months, which I think would be quite cool to stick together in a single video. So I'll pop that one out next week. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great weekend. Cheers.